Astrology, the influence of stars on human affairs. Part 1. The sky above, the soul within. Good evening, dear listener. As you settle into your space tonight, close your eyes and let the weight of the day fall away. Let the quiet take over. Breathe slowly, gently. Feel your body soften, like water returning to stillness. Now look up, in your mind's eye. Above you, a deep night sky unfolds, clear and endless. A canvas of stars, scattered like dust across the velvet dark. They shimmer softly, like ancient memories watching from afar. Since the beginning of time, humans have looked up and wondered, what do these stars mean? Why do they move the way they do? Do they know something we don't? This wonder gave birth to astrology, a quiet, mysterious idea that the sky above us speaks to the life within us, not in shouts, not in commands, but in patterns. The stars don't control us. They don't force our hand, but maybe they reflect us. As above, so below. Astrology began long ago, when ancient people watched the heavens closely. They noticed that when certain planets appeared, certain things happened. Harvests flourished. Wars began. Lovers met. Storms passed. So they started to track these movements, mark the rhythms, write down the signs, not to predict the future in detail, but to feel the timing of things. And over time, they saw a deeper rhythm, one that moves not just across the land, but through us. The moment you were born, the sky held a shape. The planets were arranged in a unique pattern, like a fingerprint in the stars. Astrology says that moment matters, that you were imprinted by the universe as it turned, and that this imprint, your birth chart, is a quiet map. Not a rule book, not a destiny, just a gentle mirror, one that helps you see yourself more clearly. So tonight, as you drift towards sleep, imagine those stars above you, not judging, not controlling, just watching, just humming. They've been watching for a long, long time, and maybe, just maybe, they've been whispering to you all along. Part 2. The Birth Chart, a Cosmic Blueprint. Welcome back, stargazer. You're lying still now, breathing softly. The night sky above is quiet, and the stars feel just a little closer. Let's go deeper. In astrology, the moment you're born is like a snapshot of the sky, a precise arrangement of planets, signs, and houses frozen in time. This is your birth chart. Some call it a map, others say it's a mirror, but most agree it's deeply personal. The planets are placed in specific zodiac signs and houses, each one tied to a part of life. The sun, your core self. The moon, your emotions. Mercury, your mind. Venus, your love. Mars, your drive. And on it goes. Jupiter expands. Saturn grounds. Uranus shakes. Neptune dreams. Pluto transforms. Each one placed with purpose, in harmony or tension, drawing shapes called aspects, like sacred geometry in the sky. But this isn't about prediction, it's about reflection. Astrologers say the birth chart shows how you move through life, what energizes you, what challenges you, what calms you, where you grow. It doesn't lock you in, it shows you the current. You're still the sailor. The chart is just the tide, and the more you understand it, the more gently you can move through life, with awareness, with timing, with compassion for yourself and for others. Imagine it now, a wheel, quietly turning. 12 signs, 12 houses, a circle of light in the dark. And in the center, you, your breath, your story, your presence. This is not about fate, it's about rhythm, pattern, and possibility. So rest here, you are not random. You were born into a sky with a shape, and maybe that shape still speaks to you, even now, even here, even as you sleep. Part 3. The Zodiac Signs. 12 windows into the self. Welcome back. You're resting now, deeply, quietly, as if the stars themselves are holding you in place. Tonight, let's turn to the 12 signs of the zodiac, not as labels, not as boxes, but as 12 ways the sky expresses itself through us. Each sign carries a mood, a tone, a rhythm. They are not just personality types, they are windows, each looking at life from a slightly different angle. Aries begins the cycle, fiery, bold, a spark, the first breath of something new. Taurus brings stability, grounded, calm, a deep, steady heartbeat beneath the soil. Gemini speaks, fast, curious, alive with questions and ideas. Cancer nurtures, soft, protective, carrying the wisdom of emotion. Leo shines, warm, radiant, unafraid to be seen. Virgo organizes, precise, thoughtful, finding sacredness in detail. Libra balances, elegant, fair, searching for beauty and harmony. Scorpio transforms, deep, mysterious, always reaching below the surface. Sagittarius expands, restless, wise, a seeker of truths beyond the map. Capricorn builds, strong, focused, patient enough to climb the tallest mountain. Aquarius awakens, strange, bright, dreaming of the future. Pisces dissolves, gentle, fluid, merging with something bigger than self. Each sign is connected to a season, an element, a mode of being, and though you are born under one, you carry them all, in small ways, in subtle moments, in the shifting of mood, emotion, time. The zodiac isn't here to divide us, it's here to remind us. There are many ways to move through the world, and each one holds truth. So as you drift tonight, feel the signs moving gently through you, not as definitions, but as flavors. Waves, whispers, let them pass, let them blend, let them sing you to sleep. Part 4. The Dance of the Planets. Welcome back, stargazer. You're wrapped in stillness now. The sky above you feels alive, like it's moving, slowly, gently, like breath. Tonight, we follow the dance. Astrology doesn't just watch the stars fixed in place. It follows the planets as they move, step by step through the signs. Each planet moves at its own pace. The moon fast and ever-changing. Mercury darting back and forth like thought. Venus gliding with grace. Mars bold and direct. Then the slower ones, Jupiter bringing growth and faith. Saturn teaching patience and structure. Uranus stirring change. Neptune dreaming deeper. Pluto dissolving and remaking everything it touches. As they move, they form aspects, relationships in the sky. A square brings challenge, a trine brings flow, a conjunction fuses, an opposition balances. These are not events, they are weather, cosmic weather, and just like the wind you can feel them. Some days feel heavy, thick with thought, others feel open, new, like something is about to shift. That's not magic. That's motion. Astrology teaches us to move with the sky, not against it. To understand that the universe breathes, and so do we. There are moments for action, moments for rest, moments for reflection, moments for reflex, all in rhythm, all in time. So as you lie here, body still, breath slow, mind soft, let the planets move above you. Let their quiet orbits echo through your bones. You don't need to follow them. They'll carry you anyway, because you are not separate from the sky. You are one of its dancers. Part 5. The Moon and Emotion. Welcome back. Your breath is steady now. Your mind is quiet. And above you, the moon rises, soft, glowing, watching. Tonight, we follow her. In astrology, the moon is not about action. She is about feeling, the part of you that reacts quietly, the part that feels things before words arrive, the part that remembers. Your moon sign reflects your emotional rhythm, how you love, how you feel safe, how you process what the world gives you. The moon moves fast, changing signs every few days. She waxes, wanes, disappears, returns, just like emotions, just like you. Sometimes full and bright, sometimes hidden, but always there. When the moon is new, it's a time for setting quiet intentions. When full, a time for release. In between, a soft unfolding, cycles within cycles. And just as the moon pulls on the tides, astrologers say she pulls on us too. Maybe that's why some nights feel heavier, why some mornings arrive with tears, why you wake from dreams that seem too deep to explain. The moon isn't just above you, she's inside you, a rhythm, a memory, a soft mirror. So as you rest here safe and still, imagine her light washing over you, not sharp, not bright, but quiet, gentle, healing. She doesn't ask for anything, she simply reflects. And in that reflection, you begin to see yourself again. Part 6. Mercury and the Mind. Welcome back, gentle traveler. You're resting deeper now. Thoughts are slower, softer, floating past like clouds across a quiet sky. Tonight, let's follow Mercury. In astrology, Mercury is the messenger, the voice, the mind. It governs how we think, how we speak, how we listen. Fast, clever, curious, Mercury dances between ideas. It's the inner dialogue you hear when you're thinking something through. It's how you write, how you ask, how you explain. Your Mercury sign shapes your mental rhythm. Some think in flashes, some in spirals, some in steady steps. Mercury also rules communication, not just talking but understanding. And when it moves backward, what we call Mercury retrograde, things get tangled, misunderstandings, delays, forgotten words, emails never sent, feelings misread. But retrograde isn't bad. It's just a time to pause, to review, to go inward instead of outward. Mercury invites us to reflect. Not everything needs to move forward all the time. Sometimes the most important messages come when we're still, when we're quiet, when we listen without rushing to speak. So as you rest here tonight, let your thoughts drift. No pressure, no direction. Let them unravel. Let them wander. Mercury will carry them where they need to go and bring back what you're meant to know. You don't have to force it. Understanding will find you. just like Mercury always does. Part 7. Venus and the Heart. Welcome back, listener. You're resting easy now. Your breath slow, your chest light. The quiet has settled around you like soft velvet. Now, we turn to Venus. In astrology, Venus rules the heart, not just love, but beauty, connection, pleasure. She governs the way you relate to others and how you relate to yourself. Your Venus sign speaks to how you express affection, how you give and receive love, what draws you in, what makes life feel soft and alive. Some love loudly, some love in silence, some show it in acts, others in words, others in presence. There's no one way. Venus also teaches us about attraction, not just romance, but what pulls your soul forward, the colors that soothe you, the music that stirs you, the textures that make you feel safe. She reminds us, you are meant to feel pleasure. You are meant to enjoy the simple things. A warm blanket, a kind smile, the light on your wall at dusk. Sometimes we forget. We chase and rush and do, and forget to be. But Venus doesn't rush. She waits, she receives, she breathes. So tonight as you lie here, let her remind you, you don't need to do anything to be worthy of love. You don't need to earn rest, or joy, or softness. It's already yours. Let it in. Let it wrap around you. Let it melt the edges. Venus is not outside you. She lives in your heart. And right now she's glowing. Part 8. Mars and Inner Fire. Welcome back, deep dreamer. You're floating now in warmth and stillness, but beneath the calm, there's something glowing, quiet, but strong, soft, but steady. Tonight we visit Mars. In astrology, Mars is your fire. It's not loud, unless it needs to be. It's your will, your motion, the part of you that says, I want, I move, I begin. Mars is about energy, action, and desire. Your Mars sign shows how you pursue things, how you handle conflict, what gets your blood moving, how you protect what matters. Some rush forward with passion. Some hold their fire until the right moment. Some rise quietly, like steam through stone. There's no wrong way to burn. Even now as you rest, Mars is still there, burning softly in the center of you. He doesn't ask you to fight. He doesn't ask you to prove, only to honor your spark. That small light inside that says, this is what I care about. This is what I'll move for. This is what I'll protect. Mars also reminds us that rest is part of power. The fire needs fuel. The body needs pause. So tonight, while the world sleeps, your Mars rests too, not gone, just gathering strength, so that when the time is right, you rise, not with force but with purpose. Let that warmth stay with you. Let it hold quietly in your chest. No rush. Mars will wait, and when you move again, you'll know why. Part 9. Jupiter and the Path of Growth. Welcome back. You're almost weightless now, floating in calm, your mind open like the night sky. This is where we meet Jupiter. Jupiter is the teacher, the guide, the great expander. In astrology, Jupiter is where we grow, where we learn and stretch and reach beyond what we thought we could. It brings wisdom, not the kind from books, but from experience, from falling down and getting up, from wandering, from trusting the path, even when the destination isn't clear. Your Jupiter sign shows where you seek meaning. Some find it in travel, some in philosophy, some in faith, some in service, some in quiet study. But the feeling is the same. There is more to life, more to know, more to become. Jupiter doesn't rush. He moves slow, big, gentle. He reminds us that life is not a checklist. It's an unfolding, a journey that expands with every choice, every question, every brave moment of wonder. And sometimes growth doesn't look like doing more. Sometimes it looks like believing more in yourself, in life, in the quiet things that can't be measured. So as you rest here, let Jupiter's wisdom surround you. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to know the map. Just trust that your path is alive, and that every step, every pause, even this one, is part of the journey. You are growing, even now, even in stillness, especially in stillness. Part 10. Saturn and the Wisdom of Time. Welcome back for the last time tonight. You're held now, deep in stillness, wrapped in quiet, and here at the edge of sleep, we meet Saturn. In astrology, Saturn is the keeper of time, the teacher of lessons, the builder of strength. He's not always easy, but he's always wise. Where Jupiter expands, Saturn refines. Where others dream, Saturn builds. Your Saturn sign shows where life will ask the most of you, where you'll be challenged, slowed, tested, but not to punish, to shape. Saturn is where we mature, where we learn what's real, what lasts. He teaches patience, discipline, boundaries, not walls to shut the world out, but gentle fences that keep your energy safe. Some fear Saturn, but Saturn is not harsh. He's just honest. He teaches you to carry only what's yours, to stay steady when things shake, to trust the process, even when it's quiet and long, because time doesn't rush, and neither does real growth. So as you drift off, think of Saturn as a gentle guide, one who stands beside you, one who says, "This might take time, but you are strong enough to carry it." And in that quiet strength, there is peace. You don't need to finish everything tonight. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to push. You are already enough, exactly as you are. So breathe now. Let the stars turn. Let the sky keep time. Let Saturn hold the space around you, and sleep deeply, calmly, knowing that every part of your journey has meaning, even this one, especially this one.